Hi, my name is Cinnamon Morant, the author of Generational Overcomers No More Silence. The book is about my life growing up in a single parent home, going through some sexual abuse, not really having a relationship I would like to have with my mom, my dad being an alcoholic, and, not having him present there. After the sexual abuse, low self esteem came into play, self hatred, suicidal thoughts, my grades falling to all F's and a D. Just a whole lot of emotional battles and emotional issues, self worth took place. Today, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about overcoming the side effects or the effects of sexual abuse. First, I want to establish that sexual assault or sexual abuse of any form between a child and adult is always wrong. Touching of a child inappropriately in their privates or their chest area, thoughts of sexual interaction with kids is inappropriate. And if you feel those different thoughts, you need to seek some type of help so that you won't follow through with what your thoughts and your fantasies are. Secondly, what I've found lately is there's a whole lot of males also being perpetrated against. But as males are always taught, be strong, don't cry. So a lot of times, more females generally, they tell that they have been sexually abused, but a lot of times they don't tell. Especially if they have a family where there's a lot of secrets and they want to protect a family member or someone that did it to them as someone that they trusted. A lot of times that stuff becomes a family secret. And people don't really want to talk about it because they don't want to cause shame on the family. But the person who's the victim goes on with all those hidden issues and emotional battles within themselves until they find some type of freedom. Several different issues can come from being sexually abused. You can develop trust issues with adults, with males or females, anger issues, insecure issues. You can begin to have imaginations about the other sex. Homosexuality can come from it. There's a spirit that could attach possibly to that person's life to make them want to begin to be a perpetrator, to hurt another person. Several things can follow you into adulthood where with unhealthy relationships with people, where you don't see sex in a healthy way, where everything triggers back to that one issue of abuse in your relationship and you're constantly arguing all the time. Sexual abuse causes many different issues, but the good thing is that you can overcome those issues. I want to talk to you about a few things you can do to begin to heal from it, and it's not these things that I did as a victim of sexual abuse, a former victim, because I'm no longer claiming to be a victim of it. But one of the things that you could do is understand that it's not your fault. One thing that sexual abuse does sometimes is it causes shame, and once you can get it out or find somebody to talk to, it'll help you a lot. So find someone to talk to that can give you wisdom about it, not just a friend just that'll go tell what happened to you or whatever, but somebody that, like a counselor or a teacher or a friend, a pastor, or someone that you feel could give you some wise counsel about it. Find that person and talk to them about it. Another thing is you could probably try to go talk to your perpetrator, confront them, so to speak, not to fight them, but to find closure. What that does, it takes your power back from them, the power they had over you, the fear of authority they may have had over you, your insecurities and a lot of fears you develop because of it. Another thing is to know your self-worth. Go get in the Bible, find books, find tapes to build yourself. Know that you're wonderfully and fearfully made in God's image, that God didn't make any trash, because a lot of times your self-esteem is deteriorated when you go through sexual abuse. You don't see yourself as you should. There's a study that says that most kids that are sexually abused ended up in unhealthy relationships themselves. They're more likely to contract STDs or diseases and stuff like that because of their unhealthy sexual behaviors that they get into, not requiring people to really respect them and love them like they should, not even understanding that they're attracting more abusive relationships that's coming to them. It may not come as sexual abuse, but more than likely they end up in unhealthy relationship where they're not really demanding the best for themselves. Forgive the person that may have abused you. Forgive. Release them from that hole, and what that does is that frees you to move forward. It's not about them, but it frees you to get rid of the anger, get rid of the pain, you want to move forward. In life, we all want to move forward. We always want to be in a forward motion, a growing motion, a productive motion. So what we want to do is get rid of that. And one way of getting rid of that is by forgiving the perpetrator. Forgive them. Be serious about being free. When you get serious about being free, you seek the help that you need. Those are just some ways that I use personally to get over being sexually abused. And pray. That's huge. I am a Christian, so I'm a huge advocate of seeking the Word of God as far as your identity, because He created us. I am Cinnamon Morant, also known as Cinnamon Spice. I'm posting this to YouTube. Go to my Facebook page, Cinnamon Spice, and like my page. Every day I'll post things there for encouragement. I'm also on Instagram at Cinnamon Morant or Cinnamon Spice, and Twitter. To get access to my book, log on to Amazon.com, and it's called Generational Overcomers No More Silence, or you can access it through my website, generationalovercomers.com. To contact me for speaking engagements, also you may go through my website, generationalovercomers.com. Thank you. Until next week, God bless.